Michel Saloff-Coste, you are a professor here in Lille, and you are working on the ecosystem of local ingenuity and creativity and innovation. So what is that about, and how does that relate to a university?
The idea comes from the fact that innovation is not anymore connected with only one individual or even a company. It is more connected with the ability to build a network of creativity around individual, around company. So it is more the development all over the world of a very rich, very wealthy network of people, creative people, who actually are able to share ideas, to share way of thinking, and then create all together new innovation.
And so what does the university do in that context? I mean, are you researching this and describing it, or are you an active player in developing this?
Both. Actually, the university, all over the world, the university try to become part of this innovation ecosystem. You know, you have a lot of universities who are still just a kind of university who are separate from the business or separate from the society, but those kind of university who are living per se by himself are more and more difficult to understand because they are apart. And the society, the technology, the company are evolving so quickly that a university who are not connected, who are not in the game, becomes obsolete.
So do you see this more as a collaboration than competition, or is there still competition out there?
Oh, the collaboration is definitively one major part of the issue, but still there are a kind of competition, but it is not a frontal competition, it is more co-petition. It is a mix of the collaboration and competition. And it is true that now all over the world, the most dynamic player, actually they play in competition of each other, but in the same time they play together. And this network society, this network economy is more and more strong. And actually the problem is more, are you part of the network or not? Are you apart or are you in? Are you out or are you part of the game?
So are you, this is my first time in Lille.
Yes.
And I'm not familiar with this northern part of France. Is there something I should know, and is there something I should not know about this part of France?
I will not tell you. Yes, so it is true that north of France is a very interesting country because it is the only place in the world who are so near three major cities: London, Paris, Belgium, so
and Strasbourg also.
Strasbourg. And, so you have these regions, the north of France, who are in the middle of very attractive center. So the question for this region is, does it is only a kind of nowhere place, or does it happens to be a key players on how to be still somebody when you are in the middle of three very famous town.
Right. So we've been talking about some of the similarities and differences between France and the rest of Europe, and France and the Nordic countries. And one of the things that you have said about France is that it's very centralized. So
yes.
how free are you up here in northern France, and how much is controlled from Paris?
Well, that is a very good question. Actually, there are difficulties always with the region of France to really exist, because Paris won't concentrate everything. So in a term of competitiveness, you have even Europe help region to specialize. But if the region cannot specialize and say we are the best for this because Paris wants to be the best for everything, then it is a complicated issue. It is
so how
quite
do you deal,
difficult.
How do you deal with this complication?
Oh, I think it is not easy. It is not easy. I had a discussion. We are working for the region. So the region, Hauts-de-France, are helped by a European community as a transition region, which means it is a region who are not too bad but not too good. So it is in the middle, it's a transition. So the idea is how we could push Hauts-de-France in a better shape, how we can find the talents and value those talents. And it is not easy because anytime we say, okay, perhaps we could be the best region of France for this, and then Paris, no. That is Parisian.
That's all of France. And you mentioned Hauts-de-France, and that's the top part of France, the northern part of France.
The north.
So how many people?
We have already very good. We have been. It is a region who was first in industry, who have the coal. So there was a huge industry here, and then after we had the industry of textile, and then we have the retail. So it is a platform, a world platform for retails.
I was thinking, how many people live in this region? How big is the region?
Oh, the region is around 6 million, more or less, as Denmark. And most of the region is concentrated in Lille. So there are a kind of huge concentration in a center, even in the region.
And the university that we're at right now is the Catholic University here in Lille, and it's a private university.
Yes, it is a very special university because it is the largest, or one of the largest private university in Europe. And it is not too difficult because there are not many private universities in Europe, but because most of the universities in Europe are state-owned. It is not that. In America, for example, where you have huge private universities.
Yeah. So
but it is not. It is a private university. It is not a state-owned, but it is not owned by somebody. It is a
self-owning organization,
a non-profit.
Yeah. So, what does that do? I mean, how does the fact that you're a private university contribute in any particular way to Europe, not just your region, but to Europe?
Well, I think the university, because it was a will of the big company of the region, so it was a very unique case in France where you have big business, local big business, who decide to make a university, a little as in America. That have happened. I'm not sure in England, or I am not sure in Nordic country. So it was a will of the big companies, the entrepreneur of the region, to make a free university. I mean, free to be independent of the public mastering. And also, it comes from the fact that this part of France was very Catholic, and they rebelled to the idea to have no university being Catholic. So it is a kind of a very unique situation, and this very unique situation make
is there something particularly Catholic about it?
The survival of this university was not easy. So
I have to ask you, is there something particularly Catholic about it?
Yes, because there are a will by the local company and sponsor to be Catholic.
Okay.
And so there was a ask that a part of the university will be connected with theology and Catholic Church. So, and this is still true. But in the same time, in the other hand, the idea is more a free university. So there are the idea that science, true, have to be always present on the direction. The idea is not to be trapped only in Catholic truth.
Right.
It is just to be a university in terms of freedom and the ability to build the truth around science.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure visiting Lille, and I really I've enjoyed being here, and I really enjoy learning about what you're doing here at the university. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Lene Rachel Andersen. Thank you for your very good question.